Buff PowerPlay. My name is Andrew Robison. I'm joined by my co-host today,
Nick Grabowski.
We're here to break down football and volleyball here at MHS and break down what's going on around the Valley Oak League and around the conference. So our first category today, we are going to open up with football, and we're going to begin talking about the early success that MHS has had. Starting the season 3-0, very good start. Couple tough matchups, two D1 opponents back-to-back. Nick, how do you think we can handle that?
You know, I think this is one of the best football teams I've seen here in my 4 years. So I think they're going to beat Turlock for sure. The balanced attack of Bryson Davis, Blake Nicholson, you got Huddy Wyatt with the reins. I mean, I don't see them really struggling against Turlock. I like them against Turlock.
I have to agree with that. I don't think Turlock has what it takes to stop the Buffaloes this season. Like you said, it's pretty much a three-headed monster with that offense. It's hard to stop them. And that defense on the run side, they've been pretty locked down. They've been forcing a lot of fumbles, and we hope to see more of that against Turlock this week.
Yeah.
Right after Turlock, we travel to Reno. How are we feeling about that?
Yeah,
I don't know the last time that we have traveled out of state for a game. I think it's been a while. I don't remember it in my 4 years here. So
yeah, I think that's an interesting one. I don't really know much about that Reno team. I'm assuming that California is just a better football than Reno, or in Nevada, I guess. So I'm assuming that Reno team's not bad. But again, I really like this Buffaloes team. I think they're really that easily a section championship team. Maybe even to that state level this year. I mean, I don't know. I can very easily see the Buffs just running through everyone this year.
Very bold statement from Nick there. The DeMonte Ranch Mustangs, the team out of Reno, Nevada, currently 0-3 on the season. They're hoping to rebound as they see the Buffaloes come to town in a couple of weeks. Should be a fun one down in the desert. So let's embark more on our 3-0 start to this season. We started the season, Vista del Lago came to town, and it wasn't close.
No. I mean, you just knew it was going to happen after the first play where Bryson Davis took it, 90-something yards at the kickoff. I mean, I just knew right then and there this is going to be a long game for Vista. So, not surprised, we blew them out there, started 1-0, and then we came into Patterson and just flat out mauled them. I mean,
straight through Patterson as well.
I just haven't seen a better team. I mean, their points for is like 154 points to start the season in 3 games, and they're only allowed like 40-something points.
That's impressive.
I mean, I just don't. It's just tough playing the Buffs right now. They're hot.
Yeah, no doubt. Coming back to that Vista del Lago game, Bryson Davis' first football game, 159 rushing yards and a touchdown with the opening kickoff.
On varsity, don't get me wrong. He's played football. Don't get him wrong. He's definitely played some football.
Oh, yeah. But this kid, absolutely electric what he does on the field. Blake Nicholson, over 100 yards, rushing that game as well. These boys are monsters in the backfield. They're unstoppable. Against Patterson, it was pretty much the same thing. I believe 43-10.
Yeah,
43-10 final against Patterson.
Yeah.
We were thankful enough to be able to travel down to Patterson for that game. Not too far of a drive, but we made it, and we saw a good football game.
Yeah.
The Buffaloes did their thing, like they do.
And really, it was 43-3 the whole game, and then it was around like the last little 5 minutes of the game. They
Garbage time
touchdown. So really,
and we don't care about garbage time touchdowns here. Not at all.
No, we can
So 43-3, pretty much your final score. Garbage time, it doesn't matter to us. And then we head straight into Consumas Oaks out in Elk Grove. We did not travel to that game. I kind of wish we did, as we put up 67 points.
Yeah, I was watching like the score tracker on Max Preps, and I was a little worried there at the start. I saw it was
it's a 21-21 ball game.
It was like tied there a little bit there, and then the second half, I think they scored like 20 unanswered or something like that.
It was an absolute breakaway in that second half.
Yeah.
I'd like to highlight Hudson Wyatt that game. 9 for 13, 139 passing yards with 2 touchdowns. Did not see the game. but those are some sharp stats, and they
He-
can't go unnoticed.
He definitely has been taking the next step up. Really, these last 2 games that they played against Patterson and Consumus, they were really he's really been taking that step up.
And Blake Nicholson doing what he does, 75 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns, and 121 yards to go with that on the ground. Just outstanding
He's
performance from
special.
him as well.
That's crazy.
One of the best athletes this school has easily ever seen. I think he is the best athlete this school has ever seen, no question about it. And yeah, this team, like Nick said, they're going to do big things this year, and we can't wait to see it.
Yeah. So now we're just going to get a little quick rundown on the Valley Oak League. So Manteca, obviously, on the top 3-0. East Union 2-1. Kimball 2-1 as well. Oakdale 1-1. They're just coming off a bye. Central 1-2 from Central here. That's a shocker.
I'd like to talk about Central Catholic for a little bit on that 1-2. Absolutely blown out by St. Mary's out of Stockton. St. Mary's, that's an absolutely great school. Their football program is really great there.
And I think St. Mary's came into Raider territory and ran that.
Oh yeah,
just ran that game.
47.
47.
I believe.
47-7.
47-7. Yeah,
So,
not close there.
wow.
Not really what I expected. I
And
expected
then-
a closer ball game.
Sierra's in last. 0-2. Just came off a bye as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're just tough to talk about, so we'll just set them aside. But that's Central, man. 1-2 start. Not what I expected. I'm expecting Manteca, Central, and Oakdale in that top 3.
Yeah.
And then East Union probably follows with Kimball after, and then obviously Sierra. That's what I would think. I honestly think the Buffs can go undefeated in Valley Oak.
For sure.
I really think they really easily can.
So yeah, no Valley Oak League games have officially gone underway yet, but currently through the rankings, the Manteca Buffaloes are the only undefeated team remaining out of the Valley Oak League Conference at a perfect 3-0 to start the season.
Yeah.
And we are going to move on to the overall top 10 and your Buffalo state rank. The Buffaloes currently come in 44th in the state and
That San Joaquin section there, number 2.
number 2 in the San
Only
Joaquin
behind
section.
Folsom, who's been really just a powerhouse the last
Folsom's
couple
been
years.
a powerhouse for a while.
Yeah, that's. I wish we got to play Folsom. That would be awesome. Number 1 versus number 2. That would be a stellar of a game right there.
Be impressive.
Yeah.
Breaking down overall our top 10 California high school rankings for football. 10 is Edison High out of Huntington Beach, California. 9 is Los Alamitos. At 8 is Serra out of San Mateo. 7 is Bishop Amat out of La Puente. At 6 is Santa Margarita out of Rancho. 5 is Mission Viejo. At 4 we have Long Beach Poly out of Long Beach. 3 is Centennial out of Corona. We have Mater Dei out of Santa Ana at 2. Absolutely powerhouse of a school.
Yeah.
But at number one for a while, St. John Bosco out of Bellflower.
And then what's the?
Are impressive.
You should read off the San Joaquin because that's the one we're number 2 in.
And the San Joaquin rankings, we currently rank number 2 in those rankings. Folsom, like Nick said, Folsom is currently ranked number 1. So that top 5 definitely filled with some competition as we take a look at the overall rankings for that.
I also did see, just to piggyback on that, I saw Folsom did lose. So far, they're 2-1. I did see that.
Folsom is 2-1 on this season.
I'm not 100% sure who they lost to, but it was.
Folsom
Really, I was
has a loss on the season, and that loss came to Serra out of San Mateo, 17-12. Serra is ranked top 10 in the state.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Tough matchup for them. And
What was the final score in that game?
17-12 was the final score there, yeah.
I can see why Folsom's still number 1. That's a tough game.
Yeah.
Almost came on the top there.
Serra, a great program for sure. And overall, out of the top 5 in the San Joaquin, Jesuit comes in at number 3 out in Stockton. And then we have Oak Ridge at 4. And Downey comes in at number 5. All these teams undefeated except for Folsom, number 1 in the San Joaquin section.
Yeah, I was curious on that loss because they're still number 1, but I mean, since it was Serra who's top 10 in the whole state of California, I can see why they're still number 1. But I can easily see the Buffs maybe getting on top there. Maybe if they keep up the success, getting undefeated, especially.
Because if you look at the overall San Joaquin sections for Division II,
Yeah.
Buffaloes are right on top.
Mm-hmm.
They're the number one for the Division II program in the San Joaquin. And it's very arguable that they can make that push to maybe a Division I school. Programs getting bigger, schools getting bigger, more people are coming here.
Mm-hmm.
They want to play good football, and this is the spot in Manteca to do that. So
Oh, yeah.
we're starting to see more people swing over here.
So I think that'll conclude the football segment here.
That will wrap up our football segment. We're going to move on to girls volleyball. So
Football definitely will be talked about weekly. We'll go over
we'll be
just
back.
exactly what we
Football
did with the state ranking, if it updates the Valley Oak League, and obviously the bus team, how they're doing.
No doubt.
But for now, we're going to switch over to volleyball. Let's see. They're 5-4 right now. That's unexpected because really last year they were easily the Valley Oak League winners.
Yeah.
I think they won about 20 games or something, but they lost 10 seniors. That's a killer.
That is a killer.
That is.
You graduate 10 seniors, pretty much almost your entire team.
Yeah.
That never usually has a good output on the next season. And this kind of been showing so far. If we're being honest down here, it's been a little bit of a slow start, but you know we have hope for our Buffaloes, and you know that they're gonna overcome this rough start. And everybody starts rough sometimes. It's only about how you finish out the season, and they're looking to finish out the season strong, and we're gonna support them all the way.
I'll get the quick Valley Oak standings for you. Sierra number 1 at 9-0. They I don't think they lost a single senior last year, so I can see the success already. 9-0.
Sierra's an impressive team.
East Union at number 2, 6-3, and then Manteca follows at 5-3, or sorry, 5-4. Kimball 3-3, Oakdale 2-3, and Central 2-3. Central's another team where that was the other team with Manteca High last year.
Mm-hmm.
Those 1 and 2, I think they share the title for Valley Oak last year. It's
Something like that.
somewhere in that general area, but Central and Manteca, the two top dogs last year.
Well, you gotta think Central went through the same thing Manteca did. Graduated almost their entire team,
Mm-hmm.
and there were a lot of seniors on that Central Catholic squad, if I do remember. Their whole starting lineup was seniors, so definitely tough if you graduate your whole starting lineup.
Yeah, I'm curious at East Union. I didn't really know much about East Union last year. I knew they weren't very up there top, but number 2 now, 6-3.
6-3 currently. That's not a bad start
No,
for
not
East
at all.
Union at all. Through 9 games, 16 sets to 11 set losses. I'd like to see that a little higher though. I think going forward that just a 5 differential like that, they're not going to win games. They're going to start losing these on these close, like 5-set exchanges. Like it's getting close, and I don't think that they're going to be able to keep winning these close games like this. But as for Sierra,
Yeah, you just look at it right there. 23 sets won to 3 losses of only 3 sets that they lost.
they're 9-0. They're
That's a
I
powerhouse.
hate to
right
say
there.
they're an impressive team. No doubt about it.
I haven't got to see a game yet, but I mean, last year against the Buffs with their team, they took a set.
Yeah.
When they're all juniors, so I can only imagine that they're just getting a lot better, and we'll see how if they can keep up that success.
That will be an exciting matchup too. Sierra against Manteca High volleyball, and we have football to look forward to as
course.
well for that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna talk about the volleyball. I mean, I hope that they can get, because I think it's the top 3, maybe the top 2 that get into the playoffs. I'd like to see them in the playoffs. They're young.
They are.
They have only, I want to say, a few seniors. Obviously highlighted by Courtney Washburn, the returner, who was on the starting team last year.
No doubt.
I just think, really, it's just if they can get into that playoffs, you never know. They're young. I mean, a lot of juniors, a couple sophomores in there, but again, it's just, if you can get into that playoffs, you never know. You just never know. I mean, obviously Sierra's off to an 9-0 start, so I would imagine they're not just going to fall off a cliff easily. I mean, you never know. Just stuff happens, I guess. But, I mean, hopefully they maybe sneak in there at second. It seems that East Union and Manteca is very similar, so I'm sure that'll maybe be top 2. I mean, I'm interested Central. I mean, 2 and 3 start. I mean, that's just not ideal. Technically tied for last with Oakdale, but it's interesting. So we'll have to see how that ends up. They usually play multiple games in a week, so we can obviously go over that weekly as well. So we'll keep you guys updated there.
Manteca is 5-4
Yeah.
right now. Kimball is in action today at 3-3. If they do defeat Lathrop, they will move to 4-3, which would put them in third place currently in the Valley Oak standings. If they can get it done against Lathrop today. Not too familiar with Lathrop's club.
Well, I know I went to the Manteca Lathrop game, and it was bad. Lathrop's not very good at all.
Not a great club, so
Manteca ran through them. So I'm assuming Kimball will probably get up there.
I was also at that Lathrop game, just in my brain. Yeah, it was not the prettiest thing.
No, but you never know. I mean, volleyball is crazy. I mean, personally, I know from experience.
Yeah.
Last year, our team got upset a couple of times, so stuff happens, But really, I mean, we got a lot of time here. You got any interesting stuff you want to talk about here? I mean, obviously, fantasy football started.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on now. We already know fantasy football is awesome.
Fantasy football.
Who doesn't want to play fantasy football? We got a little talk about fantasy football here.
Let's do it.
Why not? I mean, we got time.
Why
Shoot.
not? We got time.
So, I know. Let's see. So, how many teams do you have rocking this year? Like multiple leagues? Because I know I'm in multiple leagues.
I'm in four different leagues this year. It's been a lot on my brain, and we haven't even started playing.
No.
So.
No. I only have 3.
Okay.
I had 5 last year.
That's a lot.
And I just realized I just can't do that. That's just too much.
No.
You're rooting for too many guys, So I just went 3 this year.
I can't keep track of who is
No.
I'm trying to draft same players, so I know who's on my team.
I know it's tough.
I think I have Hollywood and Hollywood Brown.
Well, so is there any obviously quarterback? You got a quarterback in some leagues that you could just try and get the same?
So you may know Lamar Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
6'1", 210 pounds, not biggest dude,
He's fast. I mean, he can run the ball.
but he bulked up 20 pounds in the
Yeah.
offseason. So he's almost around 230 pounds now.
So that's your QB1, huh?
Lamar Jackson in 3 out of 4 of my leagues is my QB1. People can hate if they want. He's the man, and he's gonna bounce back. Lamar's gonna have a great year. A lot of people don't like that opinion, but I am very high on Lamar Jackson. I'm very high on that kid. He's just great. He's great for football. We haven't seen something like him in a decade since the lefty Mike Vick. We all know how that ended up, but I just can't wait for this season, man. Thursday, 2 days. 2 days from
2 days? It's tomorrow. What do you mean?
Oh.
Today's Wednesday. Jeez.
We had Monday off.
Wow. Yeah,
when we get Monday off,
threw
it jacks me up.
Yeah. But,
One day, that's even better.
of course, my quarterback, the new Broncos quarterback, Russell Wilson,
Oh boy.
he's going to take the step up. I mean, he's got to. I mean, he's got arguably a better receiving core. I don't know. DK and Tyler's just amazing there, but
It's a good core.
he's got Sutton, Judy, Tim Patrick's hurt, but I mean, Broncos country's gonna ride, baby. I'm all over it. I'm all over Russell Wilson this year. He's my quarterback in a few of my leagues.
I think
So.
Raider Nation will ride this
Oh boy.
year. Devontae Adams.
Of course, yeah, I know. I
Chandler
got
Jones
you.
on defense.
Plug the Raiders. It's all good. Yeah,
I will plug the Raiders. You want to plug the Bears, Nick?
No, I
No,
know.
he
Yeah,
doesn't.
I'm a Bears
He
fan.
doesn't want to plug the Bears.
We're bad. I'm just gonna keep it straight with you guys. We're bad. It's gonna be tough.
Not looking good in the Windy City.
This is why fantasy guy now. Still
Prime
supporting the
fantasy
Bears,
guy.
but
Root for players, not
Yeah.
teams.
yeah, But it's tough being a Bears fan a lot.
It is tough.
I just get flashbacks. Just like every other day. It's like the double. I can't get over that. That is
Envision
that's just.
in your brain the double doink.
I remember just sitting on the couch. Actually, no, I even got to my hands and knees. I was praying we made that kick because
Praying
honestly,
to the Lord.
we were really good.
You needed that.
We were really good. We honestly could have gone that, But, the double doink happened. I don't think I left my room for another couple days. So.
Honestly, one of the most memorable moments in sports history.
Yeah. Sadly.
Just for the significance that it held on that kick. Just a moment where you do this and you just kind of sit there for a little bit and you kind of just. And then once you realize you're in the world again.
I feel like I shed a tear that day,
Yeah, you might.
There might have been a tear just slowly
I don't blame you.
coming down, that's just tough. Of course, we haven't been
If I was a Bears
nearly as
fan-
good.
Mhm.
So,
I'd be on life alert if I was a Bears fan that night. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Definitely rough.
Well, that's probably enough for now. We'll maybe try and get, a little fantasy football action because, week 1 is this week.
Yeah.
So, we'll maybe highlight our games if you guys would like. But we're obviously going to get the high school sports in there. But, maybe we'll get that in there. But, so, that'll probably be it. Is that it for the episode?
One more thing.
Oh, shoot.
We got a little more action. Not fantasy football. We're talking real football. Like you said, tomorrow, Thursday, first game of the season.
Boy.
LA Rams, Buffalo Bills. Nick, who you got? Who you got to start the season?
It's in LA, man. That place gonna be rocking. They gonna show
yeah.
off that banner.
SoFi.
Josh Allen's that guy. But you know what? Rams, that place is gonna be rocking. Give me the Rams at home, man. I'm taking the Rams. It's gonna be a shootout.
Grabowski going with the Rams.
It's gonna be a shootout, but I'm taking LA.
And you know what? I have to agree with him on that pick.
Don't get me wrong. This is like a potential Super Bowl matchup. But I did see a stat
a great game
where it's like I don't think the Rams have lost week 1 with Sean McVay. They haven't lost week 1 at all. So
that's impressive.
I'm gonna ride with that. And I think Sean McVay is one of the best coaches in the league. So I'm gonna ride with that.
Another intriguing point to this matchup: preseason NFL rankings they released on their social media and network. They were 1 and 2 in the preseason rankings.
And the Rams were 2 after winning the championship. I just, they don't know much. We know it all, on Buff PowerPlay.
We know everything.
Of course.
We're just those guys.
So again, make sure you guys, you download in the comments if you want us to,
Yeah, let us know what y'all want us to talk about.
We can maybe highlight some of your guys' fantasy stuff if you guys play fantasy football. I don't know. Who knows?
Let us know your picks. Let us know what teams you guys got.
But of course, we're going to get the football for Manteca High, volleyball for Manteca High.
MHS first.
So, thank you for listening to Buff PowerPlay, the first episode. Hopefully we can continue on.
I hope we are.
Hopefully you guys like this. We'll definitely keep going. I know me and Andrew like this, and we can definitely get some guests on this.
No doubt.
So make sure maybe hit us up on Instagram somewhere.
You know where to hit us up, Colin? He doesn't know where to hit us up. Go hit up my boy Angel Flicks on IG.
Yeah.
You're trying to see some
He'll get you some heat.
quality content footage, some great shots.
Football
this kid
flick.
is great with the camera.
Yeah.
His football work has been fantastic. Go check out angel.flicks with an X.
And of course on YouTube, this video is going to be on the MHS BuffTV. So hopefully you're subscribed. Maybe get more of us, not just the BuffTV. BuffTV's good, but Buff PowerPlay's a little better.
We're good
You know
too.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, it was a pleasure. Episode 1.
Hey.
Of course,
Appreciate it.
looking to see more of you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.